We've got to do some maintenance to the 8163B here. First, we're going to fix the leaky hydraulic line fittings. And then we're going to lube it up, put the deck on it, clean up the deck, sharpen the blades, change the fluids. It's going to be good. Greaser up, you know, the whole 9 yards. Got some new Parker fittings that are going to go on this lower fitting here on the 8163B hydraulic pump. So we got to take this fitting out here. This one will go into the pump body, and then this one here will round the corner. So let's see if we can get them out. All right, so we cracked the nut off and we're draining all the fluid out into our little drain pan down here. And it really has a lot in there, so kind of sucks that we got to waste it. If I was smarter, I would have had a better drain pan that wasn't all dirty and I could have put it back in, but we're not going to do it that way. All right, so we got a 1-inch deep socket in here that successfully has taken that old fitting out. So let's see what we got here. It's coming right out of the pump body itself. I had to take all those other lines out to get to it, but that's it. These threads that were on the output here are shot. So let's put in the new stuff. Here's the new Parker fitting, which says China on the side. Awesome, but let me screw that in. Here's the other fitting, which they slightly changed the design on. They made it more of a right angle as one piece instead of a two-piece. All right, so we got the new Parker Hannafin fittings on there, and it looks good. I wiped down all the oil off of here. I'm going to spray it off with carb cleaner or brake cleaner, make sure it's really clean. Now we got to take the hood off and refill the reservoir, and then we'll test it out. All right, so I got my Walmart high mileage ATF here, and we're going to throw that in there. This is backwards compatible with the old fluid, so let's top her off. These are the parts for the two hydraulic fittings. I got them from my local Parker Hannafin dealer, and they shipped them to me because my local dealer's an hour and 20 minutes away. And I had them the next day, and it only cost $12 for both those fittings. To get one fitting from Gravely cost 20 bucks, so it was a good investment. All right, so we sharpened the 3 blades here off the 8163B deck. And now we're gonna just clean up a little old grass clippings on the deck, and then I really wanna change the transmission oil in the tractor and the engine oil. And then we'll try to throw it together and test it out. 63B transmission, and as expected, it's red. It's all like hydraulic fluid, which is not cool. So I'm glad we're doing this. So now that I know the hydraulic system's all buttoned up and working right, we'll change this oil in the tranny because it sounds horrible. And my theory is that it's over full, and that's why it sounds horrible. Hopefully I'm right. Well, the deck cleaned up pretty good, and it's raining now, so it's actually washing the bottom of the deck, so that's helpful. And the oil is still draining out of the thing back here, out of the tranny. We got quite a bit. It's still coming out, and it still looks red. I think that over the years I must have put at least 3 quarts of transmission fluid into that hydro before I realized the seal was bad. So it's got to be way over full. I got to check the manual. I can't remember. I think it takes 4 quarts or 5 quarts of 1040 in the transmission, but we'll check out the manual. Well, it's pouring out, but we're working on the 8163B transmission oil change and cleaned up the deck, sharpened the blades. Going to change the oil in the engine next and grease everything up if it stops raining. Of course, I'm 5 minutes into the job and it starts pouring like this. All right, so we got the oil out, and you can see there's a lot of red in there. It's hard to tell, but up here in that area, it's a big red swirl. So yeah, it's definitely got a lot of red. So let's get rid of this junk. We got the oil changed in the engine and the transmission. Took just under 6 quarts for the transmission and 2 quarts for the engine. We got everything greased up on this deck. I had to put a new Zerk on the middle spindle there. Everything's greased up on the tractor. So we're ready to fire this sucker up. Well, I mowed a little bit with it. It works awesome. Deck raises up good. Transmission's a lot smoother with that new oil in it. I'm really happy. I just need to put a little bit of air in the right rear tire. It's a little low, but that was definitely 100% a success. Awesome. Good stuff, huh? Good stuff. Sweet. The 8163B with the 424 hood. Yep, awesome. Well, we got some mowing done over here. Can still make some stripes with that old mower. Wet grass too. Well, the 8163B isn't the most cosmetically looking good thing, but it cuts like a champ, it runs like a champ, it drives like a champ. So I'll put it up against any modern mower and we'll kick its butt with it.